Hello everybody, Mark here today with the Electric Viking, and I'm bringing you another Chinese car, probably one of the coolest that there is. It is this, the iCar V23, which may come to Australia at some point. It'll be badged as a JQ if it makes it there. Let's turn the camera around, take a closer look, and I'll tell you more about it. So this is the iCar V23, the third model from the iCar brand. iCar is a product of Chery Group. Now, Chery, China's largest exporter of cars for the last 20 plus years. They've got a number of brands, including things like Exceed and Jetor, JQ, Amoda. They're kind of all over the place with their brands, a lot of different ones. If this car was to go abroad, it would probably be badged as a JQ, because iCar, which is only about 2 years old, has the 03 and the 03T. The 03 is available in international markets, badged as a JQ J6. And it's quite possible it will go to other markets than the ones that it's in at the moment, which I think is the Philippines and possibly Thailand or somewhere like that. As you can see, very funky design this. It's got a lot of kind of a mix of historical design and modern design. So the front face is really reminiscent of a famous Chinese off-roader called the BAW 212 with those narrow set headlamps and the dome bonnet. So kind of a retro look there at the front. Big wide wheel arches as well, really giving this kind of an off-road stance. If you come to the side, just look at the top glass house. That looks a lot like a G-Class. Very steeply rate windscreen, chiseled shoulder line on it, and then come to the back and it looks a bit more like a Land Rover Defender crossed with, again, a Mercedes-Benz G-Class at the back. Now, one of the things that's really quite cool about this car is the overhangs. So you'll see the short overhang at the back there and an even shorter one at the front. They give this car actually reasonable off-road credentials. You've got a 43-degree approach angle, 41-degree departure angle, and 21 centimeter ground clearance underneath. So it can do real off-road stuff. It's not the most powerful car in the world, but it is fully electric. You can get a 100 kilowatt motor on the rear axle. If you get a dual motor version, you get a 51 kilowatt motor on the front axle. So not the most powerful, but it's quite a small car. Not as small as you think though. You're probably thinking something like an electric Jimny. Not quite. 4.2 meters long, 1.8 something meters tall. A Jimny is under 4 meters in terms of length. So it's not really a rival to the Jimny. Suzuki have still got a chance yet if they want to electrify their little family favorite. I'll show you a few more features about this car. So you've got your charging port here. It comes in 3 different sizes of batteries. You can charge from 30 to 80% in less than half an hour. It's on a 400 volt platform, so not the most modern platform. You get some other cool features. This is like a modular box on here. You can actually replace that with a spot lamp, so you can do some off-road driving at night time. You can't actually lift the bonnet up. There's nothing in there, no frunk. You can't even lift it up. So I'm not sure what they're doing with the space under here. This one is access to your kind of windscreen washer fluid in there. A few little details as well. You get an iCar V23 on the glass there, not so easy to get that into focus. You can touch your NFC card on the side here, or you can access the car via Bluetooth. You got portrait style mirrors on the side. They're a bit useless in terms of the width of their view. Pop out door handles here as well, and you get a rail on the bottom as well for, on standard as all cars, for getting into the car. You can also get a roof rack for up to 200 kilograms of weight on top with a big torch on the front as well. At the back, we've got this cool box here. You can't get into that from the outside. This is a 3rd level brake light up there, high level brake light. You get a side hinge door and a reasonable amount of space in there. iCar don't tell you how much space you get with the seats up, but these seats are 50-50. You can fold them completely flat. A lot of Chinese cars don't do that. 744 litres of space if they're folded completely flat, and you get 80 litres of space under the boot floor as well, if you want it, plus more space in this pocket here. So you can see that goes into that box in the back there to give you some extra storage, and some little mesh nets here and there to pop other stuff in as well. I'll take you inside now and show you the interior of the car, because it's really quite cool. Little Easter egg, by the way, up here. Check that out, little V23 logo there just inside the doors. So the interior itself, very modern. In fact, I'll climb in through the back so I can show you this from the rear of the car with a wide angle. There you go, that's the front of the car. We've got Cortico leather, so all the white stuff you can see, that's soft material, so it does feel quite premium in here. But you'll see there's also a lot of retro design in there too. So we get down here, 3 vents in the middle, you get 2 vents on either side, so a lot of vents in the front of this car. Real physical controls for your volume, temperature and ventilation there, and some kind of metal style, they're not really metal, kind of toggle switches at the bottom, plus your drive mode selector with another V23 Easter egg in there. There's also a V23 Easter egg just there behind the steering wheel. Super short dashboard as well, look at that. So you're right up against the glass in this. The steering, by the way, only rake adjustable, so you can only tilt it up and down, you can't pull it closer to you, which is a bit of a miss, to be honest. You also get only front and side airbags. You don't get curtain airbags in the V23, which again, a bit of a miss. Now up here, we get some more physical controls, and these are the interesting ones because they say aux 1 and aux 2, and that's because a lot of this design is modular. You can stick other interesting things on this car. So, for example, up here behind the screen, you'll see there's a pocket there with screws on it. You can screw in a phone holder up there that will come over the screen so you can hold your phone. There's no screen behind the steering wheel, so you can actually pop in a little screen back there, a little circular screen for your speed and indicators and stuff like that. Up on the roof, there's another modular section here, so you can actually get a screen for the rear seat passengers. You can screw in up there, and you can screw in a cup holder on the back of the front seats here, back of the front seats there as well. So as well as that, you get some kind of storage down here in the middle. You can adjust those kind of slats there and make them bigger or smaller as you wish. This isn't a wireless charger in there, but you do get in here kind of 2 USB-C sockets in there, and you can pop them through a little hole here, so you get your cables to charge your phone on the phone holder there. What else do we get? That's pretty much the front. You get 7 speakers, 2 of them in the door, 1 down there, 1 over there, and a big bass unit underneath that dashboard there. Only 6-way adjustable front seat on this side and 4-way adjustable on that side, but they do look really quite nice, these seats, and they're really quite comfortable at the same time. Now coming into the back seats here, again, loads of space in here. There's loads of footroom under the front seats, loads of legroom and headroom too. You can pop up the base cushion there and pop the backrest down, so you can see totally flat floor there, which does make this car quite practical. It's naturally a 4-seater, so you can see only 4 seat belts there, but you've got 1 in the roof, so you can make it a 5-seater if you really want to. You get more mesh pockets in the back here, mesh there in the front, and you can put your cables through that armrest there, so you can actually charge things in the back as well. So yeah, really comfortable, quite spacious. The windows go all the way down on this. It's available with ranges of 301, 401 or 501 kilometers on CLTC. So 3 different batteries. The 2 smaller ones are LFP batteries. The larger one is an NMC battery, and it's actually on the motorway pretty bad in terms of overall efficiency. On highway roads, urban roads, kind of in cities and stuff, actually quite a lot better. It does beat the general amount that it should be doing on there. Prices for this, super low. The base version, which only comes with cloth seats, not the leather seats inside, that one starts at about 99,000 RMB, so about 20,000 Australian dollars, which is just outrageous for the amount of car you get. And the most expensive one is about 140,000, maybe even 130 something thousand RMB. That's for the dual motor version with, you know, extra stuff on there. Forgot to mention as well, of course, the 15.4-inch screen in here. This runs on the Snapdragon 8155 processor, and it's reasonably good. You can actually plug your Nintendo Switch into this and play games on there as well. Not quite as adaptable as some other systems. You don't get an adaptable toolbar and things, but you do get some off-road settings in here. So you can get your kind of tilt and roll angle on there. You can get your direction, tire pressures and stuff if you want to kind of do the really off-road cool things in there. But yeah, it's massively affordable, this, if you buy it in China in particular. Well worth taking a look at, and I'm hoping that this car will go to international markets, because I think more people deserve to check out the iCar V23. In terms of autonomous driving, well, there's not a massive amount of that. You can get intelligent driving versions that come with 8 cameras, I think it is, for 360-degree vision and stuff like that, and it'll do lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control. This version, which is the second most affordable version, doesn't come with any of that, so you only get 8mm wave radars, these things down here, for helping you do parking and stuff like that. You do get a reverse camera, and you get the 1 camera in the front for recording your driving stuff as well, but it's not a great car for kind of intelligent autonomous driving, let's say, so I don't be able to test that out with this one. But overall, really good package, this.